So I am sitting outside another office today with another client, Inside Edge. Inside Edge are a novated leasing company, an Australian company, and they specialise in doing novated leases for employees. So I've been working with this team for easily a couple of years now, and every time they bring on some new team members, we come in and we introduce them to our selling fundamentals process. They've got a slightly different model here to a lot of the companies that we work with, because they are working entirely off inbound enquiries. So they obviously sign employers up to their novated leasing platform, and then it's about getting the employees interested in understanding how they can benefit from a novated lease. And so their novated lease specialists have got quite a key role in how they progress employees' experience and get them to understand novated leasing and how they can really benefit from novated leasing. So today we've got, I think, 5 new team members that we're going to take them through our Selling Fundamentals program. And again, we're going to do it in person. We've got 2 half-day sessions. And so what I might do is circle back at the end of the session tomorrow and just give you a bit of an insight into the sorts of things that we discussed at Inside Edge. So I've just finished up with the Inside Edge team, and today and yesterday, because it was our second half day session, we actually had quite a mixed group. So we had 3 new novated leasing specialists, but we also had their new marketing manager, their new client relationship manager, and also a new member in their administration team, which was really nice to have a mixed bunch of attendees for Selling Fundamentals, and kind of just really points to the fact that you don't have to be a pure salesperson to benefit from our sales call process that we introduce participants to in our Selling Fundamentals program. So really nice to have a blended mix of participants, and it allowed us to talk about selling from a number of different angles. I mean, having marketing in the room is great, because marketing are running campaigns, they're responsible for, what's happening through our website, and that in turn kind of is an indication for the sales team of some of the selling work they might need to do, particularly in relation to some of the campaigns that get run. So we were able to talk about what that might mean. A couple of other things that came up today was we spent a lot of time looking at questioning. Now, novated leasing, if you don't know anything about it, if you've never had a novated lease, then it can be a little bit tricky to get your head around. Novated leasing is actually, it's not a simple solution to sell. It's not a simple product to sell. And the team here work entirely off inbound inquiries. So that is employees who are looking to, more often than not, purchase a new vehicle, and they're contacting the Inside Edge team, trying to determine if a novated lease is the most cost-effective way to buy that new car. Now, one thing I now know, having worked with this organisation, as it turns out, for almost 7 years, is that a novated lease is the most cost-effective way to buy a vehicle. And there are, 3 really clear benefits when it comes to novated leasing, and that is there's tax savings, the convenience of having a novated lease, but also the team here can actually help you buy the car, and in some instances might actually get you a better price on the new vehicle than you might be able to negotiate yourself. So lots of benefits of using a novated lease to purchase your vehicle, but the intricacies of how you benefit can actually be quite difficult to understand. And so one of the pitfalls this team can find themselves doing is that when they get an inquiry and people are ringing in saying, look, I just want to understand more about a novated lease, the trap or the pitfall is that they launch into all the ways in which, as an employee, you can benefit from a novated lease. And that can be overwhelming and it can be confusing. So what we really worked on today was the different types of questions the sales team can ask to better understand where the employee is at in their purchasing decision, what sort of things they're considering, what are they really troubled by or concerned about, and what do those questions sound like? In what order do you ask those questions so that you don't overwhelm the employee with lots of information about novated leasing, which is a complicated product. And so we spent most of our time today looking at questioning, but also commitment, this concept of commitment. Because if we are not getting commitment from the buyer, in this case the employee, if we're not getting commitment from them at the end of every conversation to actually do something to keep the sale progressing, then it's really difficult for the team to know whether the opportunity is real. And it's really difficult for the team to know where the employee is at on their decision-making journey. So this concept of commitment, we spent a lot of time talking about this afternoon. How do you ask for commitment? What do those commitment questions sound like? So that's just a little bit of a recap on some of the things that we really focused on with the Inside Edge team today. We took them through the whole Selling Fundamentals program. That's just what we covered off this afternoon. Now, what I love about Inside Edge, apart from the fact that they're just a fabulous organisation that really have personalised service, but what I really love is that they are investing in their team of people in an ongoing capacity. So we worked out today that I've been working with this organisation for 7 years, which is pretty amazing. Every year we do more work together, and the team have actually locked in 3 more sessions over the next 3 months where we're going to bring the broader group of team members together, and we're going to spend some time just doing a refresh of the key concepts from the program. Because as you know, when you're trying to develop new skills, you actually need to revisit that over and over again, because it's pretty easy to fall back into old habits. So I'm coming back to work with the broader team in 3 weeks' time to help embed the Selling Fundamentals program in an ongoing capacity, which is really exciting, and it's great to be able to look forward to those future sessions and continue to work with our team at Inside Edge. Now, on a final note, if you are an organisation and you may already have a novated leasing provider for your employees, maybe they're not as responsive as they need to be, maybe you're fielding lots of questions from employees because the novated leasing provider is not doing a very good job, then please jump online, Google Inside Edge Novated Leasing, and contact them, because they are a fantastic organisation based here in Melbourne, and they can really help your employees buy new cars utilising a really effective way to do that, which is a novated lease.